Hey
Happy
everyone.
Twin Tuesday!
Happy Twin Tuesday! Woo-hoo! Welcome. I'm Dr. Johanna.
Dr. Madeline. Where are we?
We're at Atlas Chiropractic Center, which is located in sunny St. Pete, Florida.
St. Pete, Florida. We are family wellness chiropractors that really love helping our pregnant and postpartum moms. We have special training for that.
That's our jam.
It is our jam. And we're going to talk a little bit about that jam today.
Yeah.
Because when did you have your baby, Dr. Johanna?
14 weeks ago last Sunday. So just a couple of days ago. So he's almost a full 4 months old, just about. And I, prior to having my little nugget, which his name is Dakota.
So wait, if you've seen Dakota or you met him and you're hopping on here, drop some heart emojis below, because if you have seen him or if you've seen him in our Twin Tuesday videos, I mean, I'm sure I'm biased like you, but he's amazing. He's like the best cheeks and rolls and smiles. So drop some heart emojis down, say hey.
Yeah.
If you're dropping on later, say replay. Because we love when y'all watch replay as well. But okay,
Yep.
go ahead.
So what we're going to be discussing today is that I actually, before I had my baby or gotten pregnant, I didn't really have aches and pains. I have been under chiropractic care since I've been a kid. So I just use that as a wellness type of maintenance, which actually helps you prevent different injuries from happening. But if you've ever been pregnant before, you know how rapidly your body actually changes. But not just that. What we're here to talk about today is more postpartum stuff, because I was like, okay, once I have my baby, my body will start to go back to what it was like, and I wouldn't have increased discomfort. That is not true.
And we see this every single day. So we have a lot of postpartum moms that will walk into the door and they are having a bunch of aches and pains that we're going to touch on, and we're going to go into why that's happening. But we're really great at helping that there.
Yeah.
Usually it doesn't take that long. It's a couple of visits to get you out of that pain cycle and feeling better, so you can start to get back to your life a little bit more, because we know, and I'm sure you'll share as a new mom, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot.
I'm just going to hit on a couple of pain points that I've experienced, and I would love to hear from you guys out there. If you've experienced different things or the same things, just drop a comment below, because there is advice we can give you based on that, and I just don't know what everyone experiences, because everyone is different. But one of the first things I will absolutely say that I experienced that I never thought I would have or even knew about is really, really bad wrist pain. And I'm not talking about just wrist pain, it's like thumb and wrist pain. And the reason for that is because no one told me how much I would be picking up my baby, which makes sense now that I think about it. But I was extremely exhausted.
Right, you're not sleeping.
Waking up so many times in the middle of the night. I'm picking him up, I'm twisting, I'm turning in bed, that all the strain was going on my right wrist because I'm right-handed.
Right.
And you, as a mom, or even as someone that cares about a living human, will sacrifice yourself for that baby. And so I would just, if he was in a funky position, I would just make sure I held that funky position so he was comfortable.
Right.
And in return, oh my gosh, I remember going to get out of bed one morning, and I put my hand down and I pushed on the mattress, which we know isn't as hard as a floor or something like that, and just having searing, excruciating pain run through my wrist. And it was something that as soon as that happened, I knew I was going to be several weeks out from feeling any type of improvement, because it felt, when you have that kind of sensation, that is way more than just muscle or joint. It's more so of injuring the actual ligament, tendon, or muscle, which is weeks upon weeks, if you're able to rest it.
And are you able to rest as a brand new mom?
Definitely not able to sleep.
Which is when we heal a lot.
Right, which is when we do heal. And no, I can't really rest as far as lifting. If anything, it kind of stinks, because he just gets heavier each day and each week. So I'm adding more and more strain on it. And then I came back to work, which was constantly making it worse. So if you did notice, when I was here for the first couple of weeks, I actually wasn't adjusting patients, and because I had a really bad wrist injury. It's starting to get on the mend, and we're getting there, but it's been a long, slow process.
We see this a lot in our postpartum moms, and I think it's something a little different that we didn't quite expect to see from a lot of women. So
Yep.
it just kind of, they having wrist pain, they're not really sure why. Think about it, you just probably added 6 or 7 pounds that you're carrying around all the time.
Yep.
In awkward positions.
And the reason I wanted to mention this is because the more I talked about it, more of the moms that I knew were like, oh yeah, everyone gets that. That's carpal tunnel. That's
Right.
what my doctor told me. And that's not 100% the true diagnosis because it's not even in the area where carpal tunnel is. But what that told me is that a lot of women experience this postpartum. And the reason I wanted to talk to you guys about it, and I know I've mentioned this to you, and we have an amazing practitioner in the area. Her name is Dr. Kaylee. She's a pelvic floor PT, which means she sees a lot of postpartum moms, is that if someone had told me, no matter how tired I was, I would have used better body mechanics from day one to help prevent this from actually happening. So I was letting you in on that and Dr. Keeley because I think there's a way to structure that and give advice.
What's one tip that you have then? What's one improvement that they can do?
So one improvement they can absolutely do is, I would say, is to always like square your body off, because what I was doing a lot is like I was facing straight ahead and I was like turning and lifting my baby up, and that was adding like a lot of just bad posture to my actual wrist, and then I was turning and tweaking it and holding it even more. What has really made a huge difference is me like lining up and lifting the baby up that way and then coming back to the position I want to be in. Plus, you'll notice it. I challenge you, watch someone or look at a picture of someone holding their baby and their wrist is like,
I started to change my
like
wrist
this.
because it was hurting from holding
It's
Dakota
not-
like that, and I was like,
it's
duh.
not in a straight line.
So I keep mine a lot more neutral now. We're in
Yeah.
that straight line, and figure out ways to hold that way so you can not hurt yourself, and baby still is
Safe
taken
and
care
secure.
of. Yeah.
Because the other thing is, like, when you do hurt yourself like that, it's like I was doing bad positions to help hold him in a good position for him, but now I'm even weaker with having that injury. So that was like really complicated factor that we had to work through. The other thing that I'll absolutely mention is upper neck. So like headaches and neck and back pain, like none other. Like I've never ever experienced in my whole entire life before. And I went from having good posture and being able to do my home care, my spinal orthotics, to now being slammed into where I'm constantly in a hunched over bad posture, nursing or holding my baby.
Looking at the beautiful baby.
Making sure they're okay. I don't have the immediate time right now to lay on my spinal orthotic and do all the home care I need to do because he's very, very hands-on. So it helps me just relate to the moms a little bit more about that. But I will say, like, I think a lot of moms think that's just common and normal and they have to work through it. But I will tell you, and if any of the moms are like on this or you're watching the replay, comment below if one of the things that you did postpartum was get adjusted, and if you maintain your adjustments through that postpartum time, how much that helps with that headache and that neck and upper back pain from posture from feeding. Because I have to at least get adjusted one time a week at a minimum. And if I am feeding more, if he's going through a growth spurt or something like that, it's got to be more often than that, because it's just the pain can get intense.
Yeah.
And it's all posture related. It's just those muscles get tight, you're tired. If you're anything like me, you fall asleep nursing, which is like the worst posture.
We've all fallen asleep crazy before and our
neck.
necks hurt when we wake up. So could you imagine doing it like every day in a row for months?
I mean, I'm shaking
Well,
my
is
head
this your
now
life?
because I still can't imagine it. I'm daydreaming of sleep because I don't actually get the sleep. So, yes, I can't imagine it, and it
sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, pain sucks. There's nothing about that, but I will say that it is better when I get adjusted, and it's better when I manage the joints and the muscles. So there are things out there that you can do to help with that kind of stuff. And some of my team that helps me is my chiropractor, my pelvic floor PT, Dr. Kaylee has really helped me with different things, not just with my pelvic floor, but the other aches and pains like my wrist. And that stuff just helps me get through it. And luckily, last weekend was our birthday and our mom was in town, and she gave me a massage, which was super awesome. And all postpartum moms need that.
So it sounds like to me that you have a really great postpartum team to support you through that, which I think is really great to hit on, especially if you are somebody who wants to manage or address your aches and pains or anxiety or any of those type of things without drugs and medication. We have great resources in St. Pete for that. We have a great birth community and postpartum support community for those things. We have chiropractors, we have acupuncturists, we have pelvic floor physical therapists,
counselors,
and
psychiatrists, and different things to manage all mindset, body, physical elements.
And it does take a village, and it takes time. Well, it takes 9 months to essentially to grow a baby. Those ligaments and everything that change that we talk about and that we talk about in this picture take just as long to get back to their new normal and to heal. heal, and sometimes you're not going to have aches or pains when those things are going on. But it's just nice to remember that you are still healing in that time frame, and that healing is slow is fast, is what we say.
Slow
And
is
it's
fast.
so true. So if you are a new mama and you're out there and you're just kind of at your wit's end, I know you have been. I went over to her house to cup her, to do some muscle stripping, to adjust, just to get those areas to move and get new blood flow and new cells in there to help turn off that pain so she can function a little bit better. Let us know. Like, we have great resources for you guys.
And I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
What kind of things did you experience? Because I know other people, like, one thing I won't really jump into too much because I know we have to kind of wrap it up because we're getting people coming in, bumping in here, is also core stability, which is a huge thing on Dr. Madeline can talk about that all day. And I'll notice that even with my 15-pound baby, like, bending over to lift him up, I have to make sure my core is braced because in the beginning, there's no stability, there's no strength, and it was causing back pain. Now, that actually has subsided big time with regaining core and pelvic floor stability. Huge. I'm able to work out and I don't have that going on, so that's huge. And we can always.
How did you get that back? I mean, you don't have to go into detail, but like there was a process.
There was a process I did your postpartum series for rehab of my core, and I also have, again, third tag, I think, Dr. Kaylee is my pelvic floor PT, and she has done amazing things to help me re-strengthen that. And you guys, both of you as a team, have helped structured workouts for me that are appropriate for my body postpartum. Slow is fast. Excuse me. As far as regaining that. So comment below what you have noticed, or even if it's been a bunch of years. If not, we don't care. Just tell us so we can address those types of topics. Just to recap a quick couple of things, because Thanksgiving is next week. So we will be closed on Thursday, but we're here regular hours Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then before we know it, Christmas will be here. So be looking out for some information about our Christmas hours, because it'll also be altered a little bit. And last and most importantly, I want to make sure that everyone knows out there we have a new team member. Her name is Megan. She goes by Meg. So when you come in, you'll see her beautiful face at the front desk, and she's super warm and welcoming. She'll say hi to you. If you have not met her before, just stop and say hi and introduce yourself so she can put a name with a face and she start to get to know all of her family.
Yeah, throw some love emojis down there and we'll share them with her so she knows she's already loved before you all come in and meet her.
Absolutely.
We're excited. That's it for this week, guys. We're excited to hear if you are postpartum, anything you're struggling with. If we didn't cover it, please let us know, because we'll make sure we get you information on it. We'll go from there. Until next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, y'all. Have a good one.